Hello again to another exciting episode of our Honors Geometry videos. We are now currently in Unit 2. This is Section 2, exercise portion, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all together. They're kind of short problems, plus they'll encompass the same principles of using the relationships that we learned about in the section with angles, such as vertical angles, supplements, complements, linear pairs, adjacent angles, things like that. So we're going to use the markings and the relationships that we know about angles to help us solve these problems. So number 1 here. So let's find what we can first, and then we'll worry about A, B, and C. So to start off, you know this is 112 degrees, which means its vertical angle here is also 112 degrees. Since this angle has one tick mark, and this angle has one tick mark, that also has to be 112 degrees. B is the vertical angle of that, so B has to be 112 degrees. A and C are the supplement of B, and A and C happen to also be the same. So A and C are the supplement of 112. So A is the same as C, and the supplement of 112, so we do 180 minus 112, which gives us 68 for both of those. For number 2, we notice that there's this straight angle here. So these three angles all added together have to add up to be 180. So 15 plus 38 plus A all has to equal 180. So let's do 15 plus 38 first. So it's 53 plus A equals 180. So to get A by itself, we're going to subtract 53 to the other side. So therefore A equals 127. Put a box around these two while we're at it. Okay. So this last one, okay, we got a lot of craziness going on here. We got all these angles intersecting each other. Let's try and do the obvious ones first. So how about B and 40, right? So there's a pair of vertical angles there. So B equals 40. There's one that we know is true. I'm going to write that in. Looks like we have another pair of vertical angles here. These are straight lines, so D equals 70. You gotta be careful with those because sometimes they'll look like vertical angles, but they're really not if the line changes direction, but those all look like straight lines to me. So we'll say D and 70 are vertical angles. And now we're left with A is the same as this one because they're vertical, and C is the same as that one because they're vertical. And so these two are the same. That means A and C are the same. So A equals C. So let's see if we can't figure out what either A or C is. And so we have a straight line here, so everything on this side has to add together to be 180, and everything on this side has to add together to be 180. So it's really just kind of a personal preference which side you want to work with. Let's work with the top there. So we got 70, which is D, plus 40. And I'm going to say plus 2A because this is A, which is the same as that, which is the same as that. So this is A, that's A, that's A, that's A. Or you could say they're all C because they're both the same. So all those things added together, true 180. 70 plus 40 is 110. So 110 plus 2A equals 180. Let's subtract 110 from both sides, and left with 2a equals 70 degrees. Therefore, a equals 35, which means c is also 35 degrees as well. We can plug this back in and test to make sure we get 180. Right, so 35 plus 35 is 70. 70 plus 70 is 140, plus 40 is 180. So numbers look like they check out pretty good there. Okay, on to the next set. We got number 4 here. We got A, B, C, D, and E. A lot of angles here to find. So let's start with E, since that's easy. It's a vertical angle right there, so we know E is 132. That was easy to get. D is also easy to get. D is the supplement of 132. So that's 48. Right? 180 minus 132 is 48. So I'm going to write that in there. And now that we know that this angle is 48, this angle is 90. We don't technically know the sum of the angles in a triangle yet. I'm sure you know it, but we haven't really gone over that in class yet. So I'm going to assume that we're not going to be able to use that in this particular problem. Let's see if we can solve it without it. If this angle is 90 degrees, then its supplement A is also 90 degrees. And the angle right next to it, or vertical to that 90, is B. So that's also 90. So there's A and B taken care of. So we only have one angle left, and that's C, which is the supplement of 138. So 180 minus 138, 42? Yep. Okay, so C is 42. Okay. And if we take a step back, we can see that 48 plus 42 plus 90 is 180, which is the sum of the angles in a triangle, which we'll get around proving soon enough. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. We got some overlapping 90-degree angles here, so we got to be a little bit careful. It looks like A and this 70 here are adjacent angles. And they're not only adjacent, but they're complementary because they add up to be this 90 degrees. So A is going to be 20 degrees. Now A is also adjacent to angle B here, and they are also complementary. So that means B is 70 degrees as well. So from here, this entire line is straight, so everything above here has to add up to 180. So let's add together the angles we have so far. So we have 70, 20, and 70. Well, 70 plus 70 is 140, plus 20 is 160, which means C has to be 20 to bring us to 180. This is also a straight angle here. So 70 and E are supplements as well. So if this is 70 degrees, E then has to be 110 degrees in order to be its supplement. Means D is the supplement of 110, which brings us right back to 70. So kind of a complicated picture there, right? But when we break it down into pieces, looks like it's really just a matter of a bunch of complements and a bunch of supplements. And the last one, number 6. So let's see what we got here. We got 25-degree angle in here, which is vertical to C. So we know right off the bat C is 25 degrees. A is the supplement of 110, which is 70 degrees. These three angles added together are going to be 180. So 100 plus 25 is 125, plus B needs to bring us to be 180. So 180 minus 125 is 55 degrees. Okay, so as you can see, we solved all of these problems in this 1 through 6 exercise by using the notations and the markings and our angle relationships. specifically, we use supplements a lot, right? And we're going to see that over and over and over again throughout the entire semester, that supplements are going to be something that consistently pop up. Vertical angles, complements. When we kind of get into our triangle properties and our angles in a triangle, we're using that extensively as well. So keep in mind all those properties. If you have any questions about any of them, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share our honors geometry videos.